today a little bit. Place one hand on the heart, the other under the abdomen. Let's do our deep breathing here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Take one more deep inhale and exhale. And so we're going to do our Brahmari pranayama. It's supposed to really relax us, be good for the nervous system. So in case you don't remember it, I'll go over it. It's the buzzing bee pranayama. We're making a buzzing bee noise in the back of our throat when we exhale. So you're breathing in through the nose, you keep your lips sealed and exhale through the nose, but you're making out that buzzing bee noise. So watch me and then join in with me and just do it at your own pace. We'll do it for about a minute. Keep doing it. If you want to increase the effect, you can plug your ears. And now let's do a little face massage. So bring your fingertips to your temples and massage there. And your cheekbone area. Feeling around for any points of tension. You might be surprised to find some little knot in your cheek. Try to massage it out. Your jawline. Under the ears. Down the sides of your neck. Feeling around for any knots. Try to massage it out. Reach behind your neck, give it a squeeze, and your shoulders a squeeze. And shake it out. One hand on top of the head, draw your ear to your shoulder. And the other side. And come to center. Roll your shoulders back and down, open the chest up, drop your head back, lips together. Come to center, interlace your fingers behind your head, draw your chin into your chest. Come to center, we're ready for our seated twist. So take a deep breath and stretch one arm up. Exhale, plant that hand behind you. Bring your other hand outside of your knee. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale everything. Squeeze and twist. Be careful, slowly. Slowly unwind. Coming back to center, take a deep breath in, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to center. So always be careful with the twist that you don't over twist. Take a deep breath in, stretch up, Exhale, plant your hand behind you. Other hand outside the knee. Deep breath here. Exhale everything. Slowly, gently squeeze and twist. And unwind slowly. Deep breath at center, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to center. Drop the chin to the chest, roll your head to one side. And then the other side. One more time on each side. And come to center, rolling the shoulders. And then change direction. Take one foot, bring it outside the other knee if you can. With a nice straight back, wrap your knee and draw your knee in towards your chest. Hopefully you're feeling that stretch in the hip. And the other side. Keep the back straight, pull the knee in tight. And release. Extend one arm in front of you, flip it, and then draw the palm back toward your body. And release. Other side, extend, flip, draw the palm back. Shake it out. And today, instead of doing our cat and cow from a kneeling position, we'll do it from the sitting position. So place your hands on your knees. And we're going to draw back into our cat, tucking the chin in. Inhale, come forward, pushing the chest out, dropping the head back for your cow. And then exhale, draw back again, tuck the chin in for your cat. Inhale, coming back to cow. Exhale, back to cat. Inhale for your last cow. Exhale for your last cat. Coming to center, grasp one of your elbows and draw it over to the side. And the other side. And come to center. Give it all a good shake. And we are ready to come into our tabletop position. So working on the shoulders, lock the elbows, arms are straight, drop the chest toward the mat. Push the chest forward. Bring it up, around, and down. Again. And one last time, squeezing the shoulder blades together and then opening them up as you come up. And then back to tabletop. Drop your hips to one side. And then the other side. And come to center. So we're going to come down to our forearms. And that's a puppy, who's almost in a puppy dog position, but then we're gonna come all the way down to our belly. So this is our Sphinx position. Point your toes because you want to engage your whole body. You can spread your fingers open wide and then push up from your pelvic area, gazing upwards, lips together. And now, either stay there, or if you want to take this to the next level, bend up your legs, walk your hands back, and then push up from here. Yes. And then come back down. Give yourself a full body stretch, and then come back into tabletop. So we're ready to work on our balance. Extend one leg and the opposite arm. Flex the foot, push the heel back. And let's switch sides. Flex the foot, push the heel back. And then back to tabletop. Open up the knees. Sit back on the heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you as far as they'll go. Spread your fingers open wide. Connect your third eye to the mat. And then just envision drawing that beautiful earth energy in through the palms, in through the third eye, rippling it through your body until it reaches your toes. And then give your toes a little wiggle, and then come back up to your tabletop. So if you're good for down dog this morning, tuck the toes, raise the hips up, and pedal here. If not, stay in tabletop and stretch one leg out at a time. Pause, push both heels down towards the mat, tuck the chin in. And then gaze forward and walk up to the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in, stretch the arms all the way up. To prayer, to heart center, to mountain pose. And let's give it all a shake and a twist. So opening up our legs, put a bend in the knees. And let's do our big hip circles by folding forward all the way and then coming all the way around. And then change direction. And then make your way to center. Extend one leg to the side, circle 3 times. You can always hold on to a chair if you feel you need some help there. And the other way. And draw it in, twist out. Other side. Change direction. And draw it in and twist out. Extend one leg in front of you. Point the toes, flex the foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Last time. Point and flex and circle the foot. If you ever have to do chair yoga, do the other, turn it the other way. You can always do this from sitting in a chair. So I made a chair yoga video, and it was quite popular the first day already. So the other leg, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex last time, point and flex and circle. So that was at the request of Susan. Thank you, Susan, for inspiring me the other way. And draw it in, twist it. Open up the arms and begin to circle, getting bigger and bigger. And then smaller and smaller. Pause and stretch, and the other way. Getting bigger and bigger. And smaller and smaller. Pause and stretch. Give it a good shake and a twist. So it is always good to work on the memory. Let's do our super brain. Left arm crosses over chest. Grasp the earlobe, thumbnail pointing forward. The other arm, the same thing. Tongue to the roof of your mouth. Let's go chair pose 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15, and give it a good shake. We'll just do one more brain yoga. So bring your hands to heart center, the easy one, but this is so good if you're visiting someone in hospital. They can do this in their bed. So I'll come a little bit closer. Spread your fingers open wide. Slide, interlace, and squeeze. Open, slide the other way, interlace, and squeeze. Open, slide, squeeze. Open, slide, squeeze. Trying to get a little faster and a little faster. So this is so awesome for your brain, for your coordination, for your fingers, for your hands. And last one, a tight squeeze. Shake it. So we're ready for our sun salutation, Janet's favorite. Okay, step to the top of the mat. Hands at heart center. Take a deep breath in, stretch up. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch all the way up, bringing your hands to prayer, to heart center, to mountain pose. Take your right leg, step it back, coming into warrior one. So back foot 45-degree angle, front knee over ankle if your knee can take it, otherwise keep it straight. Shift your hips forward, arms up stretched. Gazing upwards for your warrior one. Lift your toes up, clamp them down, draw that earth energy in through the feet, up through the core. Shooting it out through your fingertips to the universe. And then swing your arms behind your back, catch your elbows, straighten out your front leg. Deep breath here into the nose. Exhale, fold forward. If you need to reach for the mat, you can. Just try to keep your head loose. Slowly come back up. Put the bend back in your knee, arms back up. And now open into your warrior two. Change the angle of the back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Gaze over your front fingertips. Lift the toes up, clamp them down. Envision drawing that beautiful earth energy into the feet, up to the core. Suck in the tailbone, suck in the abs. Roll your shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Give your glutes a little squeeze and relax them. Flip your front palm so it faces the sky. Draw it up, upwards. And now rest your forearm on your thigh, palm facing up, other arm over the ear, extended side angle pose. Yes. Nice. Those I can see, I've got it right. And then come back to your warrior two. Straighten up your front leg. Deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shift forward, come into triangle pose. Sink a little deeper. At the waist, pivot into your airplane pose. Continue to pivot into revolve triangle. Come back to airplane. Come back to triangle. Sink a little deeper. Flip your front palm so it faces forward. Draw the arm up, gazing upwards. And then step it forward. Give it a good shake and a twist. Hands at heart center. Let's take 2 deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Taking that other deep breath and stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up to prayer, to heart center, to mountain pose. Step the left leg back. Back foot, 45-degree angle, front knee over ankle. Shift the hips forward, arms up, stretch, gaze upward. Lift the toes up, clamp them down. Draw that beautiful earth energy in through the feet, up through the core, shoot it out through the fingertips to the universe. Swing your arms behind your back, catch your elbows, straighten out your front leg. Deep breath here. Exhale, fold forward. And reach for the mat if you need to. Keep your head loose. And then come back up. With the bend back in your leg, coming back into warrior one. Opening into warrior two. Making sure you change the angle of your back foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Lift the toes up, clamp them down. Draw that earth energy in through the feet, up the legs, tucking in the tailbone, sucking in the abs, gazing over your front fingertips. Roll your shoulders back and down, away from the ears to your glutes, the firm squeeze, and release them. Flip your front palm so it faces the sky, draw it up for reverse warrior. Rest that forearm on your thigh, palm facing up. Bring the other arm over your ear, extended side angle pose. Come back to warrior two, straighten out your front leg, deep breath here. Exhale everything. Shift forward, come into triangle pose. Sink a little deeper. At the waist, pivot into your airplane pose. Continue to pivot into revolve triangle. Come back to airplane. Come back to triangle. Sink a little deeper. Flip your front palm and draw it up, reverse triangle. Step it forward, give it a good shake and a twist. Take a deep breath and stretch the arms all the way up. Exhale, pull forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands all the way to the mat and then come into your tabletop position. So we are going to be coming into a pigeon pose. So I'm going to give you the options. The first option is the real pigeon pose. So tuck your toes, raise your hips up. So you're coming into down dog. Take a deep breath in, raise your right leg up, and then swing it forward so that your right knee lands outside of your right wrist, and slide the other leg back. This is your proud pigeon. So if this is not good for you, you can come into deer pose by pulling that back leg forward. So you look like this. Or you can come into the 4 position and press your leg away from you. Or you can come into standing pigeon. Foot on top of knee and in a chair pose arms. So we like to hold it in pigeon pose for a little while because it's good for opening up the hips. So Joanne, if you want to try the standing one, you can hold on to a chair. Yeah, because it's hard to do. It's best to hold on to a chair. Now, if you want to come into the full pigeon pose, you come down to your elbows and you make 2 fists with your hands, one on top of the other, and you drop your head and rest your head on your fist. Or if you have your block, you can rest your head on the block. And we're just going to hold it here for about a half a minute, just to really get the hips open. And then you can kind of push back up. If anybody wants to try it, you can take your proud pigeon and turn it into king pigeon by raising up your leg, reaching round and grabbing that foot. So you can grab the outside or the inside and you draw it in toward you. That way you're stretching out your quads. And release. So come back into your down dog and pedal your legs here. Pause, push your heels down toward the mat, tuck your chin in. Release the head, give it a shake. Take a deep breath in, raise the left leg up, swing it forward, have the left knee land outside of your left wrist. Slide the other leg back and push into your proud pigeon. Or come into your deer pose or 4 or standing pigeon pose. So if you want to come into the full pigeon now, you can come down to your elbows, stack your fists, rest your head, and we're going to stay here for a half a minute. And then you can push back up into your proud pigeon or your king pigeon. And release. So come into your tabletop. Just give your hips a sway side to side. And then tuck your toes, raise your hips up. Coming into down dog, look forward, walk up to the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in, stretch up to prayer. to heart center, and then give it a good shake and a good twist from all that hip work. Okay, so we are ready for our standing postures. So we'll start with our, actually grab your stretchy band first, because we need maybe a little break. You can also grab some water at this point if you need to take a sip of water. So remember, when we're doing this pranayama, we're breathing in on the upswing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth on the back forward swing. So holding your stretchy band a bit taut. Let me see, Joanne, are you holding it taut? Yeah, okay, good. Okay, take a deep breath in, bring it up, around and down, if your shoulders can do that. And then exhale, come forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come forward. And last time, inhale. Exhale. Okay. Give it a good shake and a twist. And we are ready. If you need a chair for your tree pose to hold on to, grab a chair. Take a deep breath in, stretch up, float the arms down. Catch one leg, bring it out to the side, slide the foot in. And it doesn't matter which leg you start with first. Keep your toes on the ground or raise your foot to your calf or tuck it into your thigh. Staring at one point, that's your drishti. Once you found your balance, grow your branches. You can make a mudra if you like. Outstretched or at heart center or above your head. And release. Awesome. Wow. You guys can do that really well now. Okay, other side. Deep breath in, stretch up. Float the arms down. Catch the other leg. Bring it out to the side, slide the foot and stay there. Or raise it to your calf. Or tuck it into your thigh. When you're ready and steady, roll your branches. And release. Give it a shake and a twist. So now we're going to be doing our half moon for our second standing pose. If you have a block, you can use a block, or you can use a stool or a chair. So I'm going to place the block in front of my right foot, about a foot in front of my right foot, and come to my standing mountain pose. If you have a chair, you'll just place the chair in front of you and reach for the chair. Some people have long arms and they don't need that. They can just reach for the floor. So taking a deep breath in, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your block or your floor or your chair. Step the left leg back. Right there might be enough of a challenge for you, but if you can go further, extend your left arm to the sky and raise your left leg up. If you can keep going, flex your back foot. Some people like to even take it to the next level, which is a bind. So either stay there, or I like to raise my block, the highest level, and then I draw my knee into the chest, catch the outside of the foot, and then kick back. But you don't have to take it to this level. This is more advanced. So this is called half moon bound. And release. Give it a good shake and a twist. So we are ready for the other side. So I switched my block, so now it's in front of my left foot. Take a deep breath and stretch up. Exhale, fold forward, reach for the floor, your chair or your block. Step your right foot back. Stay right there, or raise the leg up and the right arm up. Flex your foot if you can, that's your full half moon. If you want to try for half moon bound, I'm going to raise my block, draw my knee in, catch the foot, and kick back. Roll and pull the shoulder back. And release. And give it a good shake and twist. So we are ready for our moon salutation. Take a deep breath and stretch up. Float the arms down. Interlace the fingers in front of you. Flip your palms so that your palms are facing down. Draw the arms up. Yes. Give a tilt to one side. So this is one version of crescent moon. Hold it there. You can gaze forward or look up. Come to center and tilt the other way. Gaze forward or look up. Come to center, open up your arms coming into star. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Draw your hands down. Open the chest up, drop the head back, lips together. Come to center, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, fold forward, draw the arms up. Relax your head, give your head a shake. Release the arms, take one hand, bring it outside the opposite ankle. Draw the other arm up, gaze neutral or look up. And then switch sides. Come to center, grasp your elbows, drop your head. From the waist, sway side to side. See if you can get a little lower with each sway. Pause in the center, reach behind, grab your calves, and draw your chest towards your thighs. Take a deep breath in, stretch the arms all the way up to prayer, to heart center. Open the arms up, open the feet up, sink into your goddess pose. Lift the toes up, plant them down. Draw that earth energy in through the feet, up through the core, tucking the tailbone, sucking the abs. Roll your shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Give your glutes a firm squeeze, and then release them. Bring your hands to heart center, heel toe all the way in. Come all the way down. We're going to stretch one leg out. So if you want to place your knee on the knee foot pad, you can. And stretch the other leg out. Flip the foot up. You might want to push your heel further down the mat for more stretch. So you might notice we skipped bound angle pose or cobbler's pose, and we skipped garland pose because we did our hip work already with the pigeon pose. So the other side, flip the foot up, push the heel down the mat, draw the toes toward you. And draw the knee in. So let's do a little camel pose. So you're on your knees, tucking your toes in, hands to the lower back, open the chest up, drop the head back. You can stay right here or reach down for your heels. If you can't get into that position like that, open your knees wider, squat, and then put your fingers on your heels and come up from there. And then coming up, you can grab your strap and come into your staff pose. And then taking your strap, bring it up, breathing in. Exhale, fold forward, wrap your feet with your strap, walk your hands towards your feet. If you don't have a strap, that's fine, just stretch as far as you can. And release. So today I want to open the chest up a little bit more. So we're going to do what we call cow face pose, but cow face might be a little difficult for your knees, so I'm going to give you options. So we come into, the first option is coming into hero's pose. So hero's pose, you might want to use a block. You don't have to. You can just sit right down and sort of with like a squat, but you roll your calves away from you and you sit down. It's more comfortable if you have a block though to sit on. And we're going to be using our strap. So this is the first option, to have your knees like this. And it's fine if you're like this. But if you want to come into a full cow face pose, I'll just show you how. So you would come into a tabletop and swing your one leg over the other and then rock back and sit on your block, or some people don't like to use the block. So this is your cow face with your legs. So either you're in a hero's pose or your legs are in the cow face pose. So whatever leg is on top, you use that same arm. So for me, it's actually my right leg on top. So I'm going to use my right arm, grabbing the strap and dropping it behind, reaching around the back and grabbing the strap and walking the hands toward each other. So if you have shoulder problems, this might not be a good one for you. Some people's arms are long enough that they don't need the strap. They can just grab their fingers. So here we're going to take about 4 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last inhale, and with your exhale, fold forward. Come to center and give it a good shake. So if you're in your hero's pose, just switch the strap into your other hand. If you are in cow face, rock forward and switch your leg, your other leg over, and then rock back. And you can sit on that block if you have it. So the leg that's up, the strap should be in that arm. Drop the strap behind you. Reach round, grab it with the other hand. Yes. There we go. I see. Ernesta's got it, Susan's got it, I can see you guys. Walk your hands toward each other so you can really open the chest up. And then we're going to take about 4 deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. With your last inhale and exhale, pull forward on the exhale. And then come to center. Give your arms a good shake. Oh, it's time for bridge pose. Give yourself a full body stretch, arms overhead, point the toes. And then tuck your hands under your hips. Bend your legs. Reach your fingertips actually for your heels. Press your hips up. Roll your shoulders underneath you. You can press your hands flat into the mat or make a fist and press the fist into the mat. Draw your knees in towards each other. And then slowly come down. And give yourself a full body stretch, arms overhead, point the toes. And roll onto the tummy. And so we're going to do half bow today. So take your right forearm and have it so it's parallel to the top of the mat. Bend up your left leg. Reach around, grab your left foot. If you can do it, kick into your hand and push up from your pelvic area. Gazing forward, lips together. And then release, rest your head on your forearms for a moment. And now the other side. So support yourself with your left forearm. Bend up your right leg, reach around, grab your right foot. Kick into your hand, push up from your pelvic area. Gaze forward. And then release. Rest your head. And then flip over onto your back. Give yourself a full body stretch. Arms overhead, point the toes. And then relax your arms on either side of you. So we're ready to start working on our abs. So remember, if the ab work is too much for you, you might get a good start, but then you find you're too tired. Just come back into a legs up the wall position because it's so good for your circulation to have your legs up. So let's come into a legs up the wall position first. Tuck your hands under your hips, raise your legs up, and flex your feet. So you can always come back to this position if it's too much for you. Now we're going to start the ab work. So point the toes and lower your legs for a count of 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hovering your legs. Let's crisscross. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees in. Rock side to side. Raise the legs back up. Lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crisscross your leg. Actually, flutter kick your legs here because we did crisscross already. 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees in. Rock side to side. Raise the legs up. Lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, One, pulse the legs up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knees in. Rock side to side. And last time, if you could do it, raise the legs back up. Lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open, close the legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And draw the knees in. Rock side to side. Full body stretch here. Arms overhead, pointing the toes. And then come back to your staff pose. And we're going to rock into our reverse tabletop. So place one hand on each side of your hips. Flex your feet. I'm going to actually move back on my mat a bit more. And then we just rock forward and raise the hips up and drop the head back, or reverse tabletop. Try to really push the hips up and squeeze the knees together. And then come down. So we are ready to wind down. So give your arms a good shake and lie down for Shavasana, starting our Shavasana. But first we're going to do our twist. So arms overhead, pointing the toes. Bring your knees into your chest. Give a little sway side to side. Stop in the middle. Open your arms up and drop your knees to one side. So this is the version of supine twist. You're gazing at your opposite arm. Bring your knees to center. Give a little rock side to side. And then drop your knees to the other side. Gaze at the other arm. And then bring your knees to center and full body stretch here. Arms overhead, pointing the toes. And relax your arms on either side of you. So we will begin the Shavasana with the sound of the Tincha cymbals and end it with the sound of the Tincha cymbals. But right now, just envision me placing my hands on your shoulders and applying some pressure to your shoulders. So just press your shoulders into the mat. And then release your shoulders. Take a deep inhale here in through the nose. And exhale any tension that might be left in your body. Take another deep breath in. Envision breathing in love from the universe. And exhaling your own loving and peaceful vibrations to the world and the universe. Feel your arms and legs melting into the earth. The gravity of the earth pulling your body down towards the center of the earth. And your whole body melting into the earth. We'll be in the Shavasana for about 1 minute. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give a little sway side to side. Rock into your fetal position. And then push up into your comfortably seated position. So thank you for joining me. From my heart to yours, namaste.